Πείτε μου τουλάχιστον με πόσα κιλομπάιτ φορτώνουμε.
Κόνεξ από τον ΟΤΕ. Σταθερά, γρήγορο και αξιόπιστο ίντερνετ.
I've always had an interest in science and nature, even from when I was a little boy growing up. My heroes were Jacques Cousteau and Indiana Jones. And as I got older, I decided that maybe weather would be the way for me to explore the world. And chasing tornadoes combines all of the things that I love: science, nature, travel, adventure, exploration, photography, all rolled into one. And I took my very first tornado chasing trip back in 1998. And I'll never forget seeing this tornado crossing the road right where we had been parked 2 minutes before. And it just got me hooked, and I've been going back ever since. I don't consider myself an adrenaline junkie, but I do enjoy the extremes of the earth. And to go and explore those things, to go and climb into a volcano or to drive into a hurricane, yes, of course, there's going to be risk involved, but I try to do a dangerous thing in as safe a manner as possible. And I'm very pleased to say I have never once had an injury in all of my adventures all over the world. You have to have all kinds of different skills. You have to know about camera work. You have to know how to do your own weather forecasting. I have to know where a tornado is going to be sometimes 2 days before it happens, when the sky is beautiful and blue like this. So there's a lot of studying involved, a lot of research. I have to understand geology and volcanology if I'm going to a volcano. I have to know how close is too close. So there's all these different disciplines and elements that have to come together that I have to be an expert in order to do it and to do it safely. There's tremendous interest in the matter, I think, especially now, because our world is changing. There's more people that are living in these disaster-prone areas. Our climate is shifting every year. We're seeing more and more deadly disasters. And weather affects every single aspect of our lives, from what we decide to wear in the morning to how we build our homes. Hurricane Katrina. I was right along the Gulf Coast, very close to the water, when the hurricane came ashore in Mississippi, where I was. And it was like being in a blender with flying debris, rocks, glass for 8 hours. We are as much a part of the natural world as that tree, as the birds, as the fish. We're all part of nature. And I find that these events that I chase only become natural disasters when they affect human populations. If there's a hurricane that's spinning out at sea, it doesn't affect anyone. It's just a natural phenomenon. It only becomes a natural disaster when we put ourselves in the path by deciding where to live or things like that. So it really is more a matter of humans being in the wrong place at the wrong time than a man versus nature type of struggle. People come from all over the world, from Australia, New Zealand, England, Switzerland, and they fly to the central United States. I pick them up at the airport in Oklahoma and take them out for 2 weeks of tornado chasing. And I think people are so fascinated with weather, and especially the kind of weather that they don't have at home, that people find it fascinating, because being there and looking up at the storm that can be twice the height of Mount Everest, these things are massive, concentrating all of their energy on this tornado that's going across a field maybe 200 meters away. Oh, it's amazing, that feeling of power and being humble next to nature. It really is incredible, and people want to experience that. When I'm at home, I don't do a lot of socializing with friends. I don't have children, so I don't have that aspect of my life that pulls me away from what I do. But when I travel, I've got friends all over the world, so it's nice to be able to drop in and say hi to people in Australia or Africa or Europe. My presence there won't stop the storm. But if I can be there to document it and show people how bad it can really be, maybe the next time they will seek shelter, they'll evacuate, and maybe I've saved a few lives over the years, I don't know. But it certainly is something that I struggle with all the time because I want to see the bad weather, but I don't want to see it affecting negatively, people's lives.